Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Scoob coming at you with the video today. We are doing a guide on Magneto. This is like another one of the best tanks in the game. I think he's probably like S+, maybe S tier, in my opinion. Basic rundown of his abilities. The game's been out for a little while, so maybe if you're new, you don't know this, but everybody else should probably know this. His primary fire shoots little orbs like this. They do pretty decent damage. They're projectile, so you have to lead your shots, and he has 10 of them, so you want to be making sure that you're hitting your shots. If you do miss, they still do splash damage, but it's better to directly hit. His right click, if you see these 3 bars underneath the crosshair, he throws a projectile that if fully charged up, it knocks them back. And he has a bubble, which he can put on himself, and he can also put on his allies, but they share the same cooldown. The right click is charged up, like the rings I have on my back will disappear once I use my right click, but if I bubble somebody, let's say I bubble this guy, and then the bubble breaks after taking enough damage, it automatically charges up my right click, and I can use it again. The combo that I generally use on Magneto, so it's shoot melee, shoot right click is what I do. Shoot melee, shoot right click. And you can actually cancel it, the animation, if you're fast enough with your shot and your melee like that. And that's a 275 burst combo you can kill somebody with if it's fully charged. His ult, last but not least, is the... I don't even know what the name of it is. What is it called? It's just Meteor. Okay. The way this works is it absorbs all projectiles and then throws the damage into the Meteor back at people. I think a base damage. I think it does 250 base without any charge up. If it's a direct hit. Obviously, I missed. The reason I think Magneto is S tier right now is that Cloak and Dagger is super busted, and she gets her ult really fast. Well, Magneto's ult counters Cloak and Dagger, and later in the video I will show you. Strange is low, focus him. I hear it. Wait for her to stop, and then boom, hit her on the head and get rid of her. Because she's only 250 health. Yeah, so you have to let it charge up just a little bit. Typically when I use it, I let it charge to about halfway because you're going to definitely absorb some damage. And then you can just throw it at whoever you want. You do have to wait on the person to be in a predictable movement pattern, which Cloak and Dagger is in their ult. Important to note about Magneto's playstyle is Magneto is a space maker, not really effective at holding space, and he's not effective at taking space. The difference being, let's just say this area in between me and the bots in front of me. This is me making space. Shooting AoE, they don't want to take damage, so then they move out of the way. They move to cover. Holding space would be if I'm here and I'm trying to keep them from getting onto me. Magneto's not super good at that. Magneto's good at backing up and doing what I call kiting, which is where they're pressing forward and you're going like this, and you're still doing tons of damage until you apply enough to where they get low, and then they back up and then you make space with your damage. And then taking space is what this dive characters do. So if I want to take where they're at, I jump in, they all look at me, and then they want to back up because I'm doing damage, right? This is taking space. So that's like the 3 like. And then a character who's good at holding space would be Groot. Thor's really good at taking space and holding space. Sometimes he can be really annoying, but he's kind of in the off-tank dive tank. But Space Maker, Space Holder, Penny Parker, Groot, Space Taker, Captain America. All the dive tanks are Space Takers. Thor's kind of a hybrid, and Strange is kind of a hybrid in a weird way as well. If you're good enough on Strange, you can actually make space and hold space. So there's that. But I'm going to jump into a game and show you why Magneto is so strong. So this is the second half, or the second round of this game. The first half I was playing Bucky, and they were running double shield, triple support, and we got rolled. So I was like, all right, I'm going to play Magneto because I needed to be able to negate their support ults. And this is one of the things where when you're playing on a team and you feel like something needs to change, and none of your teammates are communicating because my teammates didn't really want to communicate that much in this game, I just took it upon myself. I was like, all right, well, one of their support ults needs to get mitigated because they have 3 of them. So I decided that I would play Magneto and just cancel Cloak and Dagger ult because I know that you can. So right here, I'm just playing this high ground, and I'm trying to do damage and force them down. I get hit with a really nasty pull by their invisible woman, and I get sucked off the high ground. I give my bubble to Strange so he can hold, and then I die here, unfortunately. Yeah, I was calling for help here, but it was a lost cause anyway. I I try to contest DPS on the right-hand side. I actually get dumpstered right here, too. This Hela gets pocketed by this Mantis. And I grab a health pack in order to try and, like, stall. But I was just cooked here. Yeah. Absolutely fried me. That Hela was going crazy. But in these high lobbies, dude, these Helas don't miss. That's just one of the things you have to know. I could have played that better, but I kept 2 of them off the point, I guess. I don't know. I guess maybe it was kind of worth it. I don't know. Generally, I don't like to feed for things like that. But anyway. So here, I'm trying to lead my shots and pelt the back line. And this is what I'm saying with like the making space rather than trying to walk up and just smash them. I'm staying at the comfortable distance where I can poke them and do damage. Now you'll notice I have Magneto ult here. I don't use this ult literally ever until the Cloak and Dagger ults. And she holds it, I'm not even kidding, for like 3 minutes. She holds her ult for like 3 minutes. The Cloak and Dagger was good. Okay, so I see that the Invisible Woman ult is popped, so I decide this is time to kite back. I don't want to push into that unless we have support ults. I should have bubbled my Punisher there. I bubbled Strange and he was full HP, was a bad play. I should have bubbled Punisher because he's on the turret and he's going to get focused. Right here. I try to bubble our support because he wants to kill her. And now we're walking up. And I'm still at this point waiting for the Cloak and Dagger ult to come out. But this is when I realize that the Cloak and Dagger player is just not going to ult because he knows I have it. He also didn't want to ult a lost team fight. This right here is good. Anytime you can push up and get kills on staggers, don't let them get out. Definitely push them so that they die late. The Cloak and Dagger gets away. That's fine. We're going to get point here. And then I'm just trying to hold space here. Just pelt the back line and bubble my Winter Soldier so he can not take any damage and continue to poke. And I'm just saving my ult here. I'm not going to give my ult up until the Cloak and Dagger ults. This Strange is really, really out of position. This dude's dead. He doesn't even know it. And the reason is because his team is not going to be able to keep him alive here. I don't know why he's playing like he's a dive tank or he's playing like he's Thor or something, but like he cannot take space and hold it like that. And it's like right here, I'm like, ooh, that could be a really big Magneto ult, but I don't use it until the Cloak and Dagger go in. They use this, so we wait it out. We play slow. Mitigate damage for my team. And then when this goes in, we go back to aggressive. I'm trying to throw shots over the shield. Amplifier's up. Their team at this point is probably like, hey, Cloak, you need to ult. We're getting cooked. And they're putting pressure on her to ult. Bubble my Strange because he's low. That's their third, one of their 3 support ults, so I wait this out as well. Kite. This is what I'm talking about, kiting. They're popping support ults, we kite. I bubble Bucky. Block the Strange ult. Now we use ours. He doesn't kill. Their Magneto tried to kill our Cloak and Dagger, and he missed. Strange is low. Focus him. I hear it. Wait for her to stop, and then boom, hit her on the head and get rid of her. That's the biggest part of this ult. If you're lower rank Magneto and you're trying to get better at if you're trying to get better at hitting them, you see how she dashes and then stops and then dashes again. When she stops, that's when you hit her. And then we just W key. Because now they're low. And they needed that ult. Yep. And then they go crazy. And then that's pretty much the end of the round because it's just cleanup kills after that.
Could make all the difference.
So on defense here, they call out Portal. I'm just playing with the team here so that the team doesn't get fried. You know what I mean? You don't want to be up in front over here, like doing some weird stuff on this point. Like play on the high ground every chance you get. High ground is king. It's the best positioning. Just play on the high ground. Tell your team to play on the high ground. Do that every game. They call out Portal. So then I'm like, all right. And now I'm just going to spam into the port. Their squishies are dropping down. So that's when I start to get aggressive because I want to shield for my Strange and cook their tanks up. At this point, I've decided there's too much going on up here. Strange can definitely kill their Strange. So now I'm looking point to see what's going on. I try to hit the Wanda, but for some reason I missed my shots. I actually, looking back on this, didn't realize. I guess because her outline is right there. I could have killed that healer behind, but I didn't see her. So right here, I'm just making sure. I'm telling my Cloak and Dagger to come to me so I can bubble her, but she ends up winning the 1v1, or making her leave at least. And then that's the end of that point.
Final 10 seconds.
And then we have our attack, which we call out to go all the way left side. I'm breaking the bridge so that I can see point and see what they're doing. So our plan here is to make a portal for our Punisher so that he can shoot through the portal and I can shield him and bubble and stuff, so that he can just shoot his turret through the portal, which is a much better play than they tried. And then I go through it. Once the Punisher drops, I'm like, alright, I'm going to go ahead and go in. And then a lot of this fight is me just whiffing shots and trying to pressure the backline as much as I can so they don't get ults. Yeah, like, I just missed a lot of right clicks here. But I mean, that's triple support for you. I should have bubbled my Strange there. In the heat of the battle, though, sometimes you forget these things. I am whiffing so much right now. This is bad. And then I think they just C9 here. Yeah, that no one touched point because they were all taking damage. So yeah, I just drop on point and go silly. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And tell me in the comments down below what video you guys want next. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.